In No Man's Land, the infamous gunman Vash the Stampede boards a sandship heading toward a city, where a group of passengers including two thugs have their sights set on capturing the outlaw Gasback to claim the $300 million bounty. While discussing their plans, the two troublemakers spot a woman named Amelia and decide to harass her. She swiftly rejects them, but one thug takes offense and pulls a knife. Amelia responds by kicking him where it hurts, but the thugs refuse to back down, pinning her to the ground. Before things escalate further, Vash intervenes, playing dumb to distract them. One thug attempts to stab him, but Vash blocks the attack with a piece of hardened dried meat, causing the blade to shatter and send shards flying into their heads. Enraged, they pull their guns, but Vash quickly wraps them in a blanket, neutralizing the threat without violence. The ship enforces a strict no-weapons policy, so the thugs are thrown overboard and left stranded in the desert while the ship continues to the city. Meanwhile, insurance agents Merrill and Millie arrive at the city to meet Mayor Kane, who is known for his immense wealth and tight security. As they enter his heavily guarded mansion, they offer a box of donuts as a goodwill gesture, but Kane's paranoid security team mistakes it for a bomb, freezing it with liquid nitrogen before scanning it. Once deemed safe, Kane apologizes for the misunderstanding, explaining that security is heightened due to a looming threat. During their meeting, Merrill and Millie discuss the insurance policy for a massive bronze statue, a symbol of the town. Kane insists the claim must be paid if it is stolen or destroyed, but Merrill knows their stingy insurance company wants to avoid a payout. Their real task is to find a loophole to deny the claim. Millie wonders if the legendary thief Gasback could actually steal something so large, but Merrill is more concerned that he might destroy it entirely, forcing the company to pay a $5 billion claim. Determined to prevent this, she insists they do whatever it takes to protect the statue. Back at the sandship, Vash and Amelia disembark, but Amelia keeps her distance. Though grateful for his help, she doesn't understand why he keeps following her and makes it clear she wants nothing more to do with him. Vash insists that meeting Amelia was fate and refuses to let her go without getting to know her. Annoyed, she tries to punch him, but he catches her hand with his teeth, removes her glove, and snuggles up to her. This backfires as she freaks out and breaks out in hives. She explains she's allergic to physical contact, but Vash warns her this city is full of dangerous people. Amelia, unfazed, assures him she can handle herself. Regardless, Vash keeps pestering her. Meanwhile, Kane is terrified that Gasback will come for revenge. 20 years ago, Kane and his crew betrayed Gasback during a heist, trying to kill him. They nearly succeeded, but Vash intervened and saved Gasback, not out of loyalty, but because he didn't want anyone to die. Now, Kane is sure Gasback will take everything from him before delivering the final blow. Gasback, en route to the city, has picked up Wolfwood as a temporary bodyguard. Days earlier, Wolfwood was stranded in the desert and nearly died of thirst until Gasback found him. Owing his life to him, Wolfwood agreed to escort Gasback to his destination, despite disagreeing with his methods. Back in town, Vash follows Amelia to a bar, where they run into his old friends Millie and Merle. Vash invites Amelia to sit with them, but she refuses until she realizes there are no other available seats. Over drinks, Amelia reveals she's here to kill Gasback, believing he'll attack soon. Millie warns her that Gasback is no easy target and jokes about getting life insurance. Merrill, worried about the chaos Gasback will cause, asks Vash if he plans to get involved. Vash dodges the question, but Merrill suddenly realizes that mentioning his name here is dangerous. He's a wanted man, and the bar is full of bounty hunters. Outside the city, Gasback prepares for his attack, savoring the revenge he's been waiting decades for. Killing Kane wouldn't have been satisfying years ago, so he let him build a life, just to destroy it now. Inside the bar, drunken patrons start sharing their worries. Amelia is about to reveal why she hates Gasback when she stumbles to the bathroom. A sleazy guy tries to take advantage of her, but she insults him, sparking a brawl. The bar erupts into chaos, and while Vash tries to calm things down, no one listens. When guns come out, everyone is shocked to find their weapons useless. Vash had secretly stolen their bullets. As they scramble to retrieve them, Vash grabs Emilia and takes her back to the inn. While he carries her, Emilia drunkenly vents about how Gasback should have died 20 years ago, blaming some idiot for saving him. Vash, knowing she's talking about him, stays silent. Instead, he jokes about taking her to bed, prompting her to slap his back before vomiting all over him. Later, as she sleeps, she dreams about the day her mother died. Elsewhere in the city, the power generator is inspected and declared in perfect condition. The next morning, Gasback launches his attack, smashing through the city gates with a massive hovercraft. Bounty hunters swarm him, but he easily overpowers them, pressing on toward Kane's house. Just when it seems nothing can stop him, he encounters Vash once again. Gasback takes a moment to recognize Vash from 20 years ago and asks if he plans to interfere. Before Vash can answer, a bounty hunter sneaks up behind Gasback to shoot him, but Vash fires first, knocking the gun away. Now even more confused, Gasback asks why Vash is protecting him while trying to stop him. Vash simply says he doesn't want anyone to die and asks Gasback to leave peacefully. Gasback refuses but knows he can't take on Vash alone, so he calls on Wolfwood to buy him time. Vash is shocked to see Wolfwood working with Gasback, but Wolfwood insists it's just a contract. He must get Gasback to Kane's house. Vash doesn't want to fight an old friend, but he has no choice. They exchange fire, but Wolfwood blocks Vash's bullets and holds him at gunpoint long enough for Gasback to break into Kane's house. Kane panics and, in desperation, shoots his own men in the kneecaps to shift the blame, but Gasback sees through him. He punches Kane, preparing to kill him, when Vash and Emilia arrive and hold him at gunpoint. Emilia is ready to take the shot, but Vash stops her, refusing to let anyone die. Amid the chaos, Kane escapes outside. Gasback corners Kane and declares he'll destroy everything he's built. He sets off explosives, causing the city's power generator to roll away. Meryl, at first relieved that Gasback isn't after the statue, watches in horror as the generator crashes into it, leaving the insurance company on the hook for damages. Gasback loads the generator onto his hovercraft and escapes, pursued by bounty hunters and Emilia. As Emilia pulls up beside Gasback, ready to shoot, Vash blocks her path, warning that hitting the generator could doom the city. Ignoring him, she fires and barely misses. Preparing for another shot, she's stopped when Vash climbs onto her car, determined to keep her from pulling the trigger. Emilia hesitates to shoot Vash, but Gasback's men don't. They shoot Vash in the chest, and he falls into quicksand. Wolfwood and Emilia try to save him, but he sinks. The next day, they track Gasback to a canyon. Wolfwood and Emilia fight Gasback's gang and easily defeat them. Emilia shoots at Gasback but actually aims at the ship's hydraulics. She tries to escape with a generator but is held at gunpoint. Suddenly, a shot rings out. Vash is alive. He was saved by a piece of smoked meat in his pocket. Gasback challenges Vash to a duel, but Vash quickly shoots him in the leg and shoulder, then destroys his ammo belt, ending the fight. Gasback tries one last attack, but Emilia blocks it with a special glove, one made by Gasback for his wife. She reveals she is his daughter and blames him for her mother's death. She wants revenge but decides not to kill him, knowing her mother wouldn't want that. Gasback is arrested, the generator is returned, and Vash and Wolfwood leave. As they go, a paper about escaped criminals lands in Vash's hands. His next adventure begins.